Welcome to the East Baton Rouge Parish Library Grab and Go. Today we'll be making DIY red, white, and blue wreaths. And you can see one right here. So what you'll need to get started is red, white, and blue paper drinking straws. I'll give you about 25. There's like 4 different patterns, so I'll give you about 6 of each pattern. You'll need a round cake board, which I'll give you. You'll need red and blue paints. You will be getting cardstock, a white sheet of cardstock, paper. You'll need scissors, which I hope you have scissors at home, and I'll give you some yarn, or you can use ribbon if you have any pretty ribbon you'd like to use to hang your wreath with. You'll need glue. I'll be giving you tacky glue, but for the purpose of this presentation, we'll be using hot glue because it's much quicker. On the last page, we have a paper template for a ruler that you can just cut out, but I have my own ruler over here, and I'll be giving you Q-tips. And these Q-tips, I'll give you about 6 of these. You'll be using them to paint with and to apply glue with. So let's get started. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our straws, and we're going to get 6 of them. So I'm gonna get 6 different patterned straws. So here are the 4 different patterns. Let's get 2 others. All right, and we're gonna cut these 6 straws in half. There goes 1, and you're gonna keep both halves. 2. All right, those are our 6 straw halves. We'll put those aside. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our cake board, and you're going to paint it red. I painted on this shiny surface. It needed 2 layers of paint. You can paint on this other side if you want. It would absorb more of the paint, whereas this side, it didn't absorb paint, but it also needed 2 layers of paint. So I painted it red for the brevity of this presentation. Here's what it came out like. All right, and then you let that dry. And the next step is you're going to get about 1/2 inch down, and I have a hole puncher. If you don't have one at home, you can use your scissors and punch a hole through about 1/2 inch from the edge, and you are going to punch a hole through the cake board, and that is where you will attach your ribbon to hang your wreath. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lay our straws down, see the desired pattern we want before gluing them in place. So, see, we'll start from the middle here, and you'll just lay them out and mix them up so that I get just kind of an idea of how I want them to be laid. So we're going to go from the middle and lay them like so. And that kind of gives me an idea of how I want to lay them out. So like that, just about. All right, now let's start gluing them down. these nice and put in order. I'm gonna put these in order, like get them in a variety where they are not so many that are similar, sitting right next to each other. Okay, that works. You can see what I did there. All right, let me roll that over. And let's get started gluing. My glue gun should be heated up by now. And be careful not to glue, like put glue on the straw. And then lay it down where I want it to go. All right. Alright, now I'm going to put my half straws where I want them to go. Okay, I got all my straws laid out. Now what we're going to do is put this aside and let it dry. And we're going to get our paper. I'm going to use a blue sheet of paper so that it's easier to see for the purposes of this presentation. And we're going to make an origami star to go in the middle of our wreath. To first make the origami star, we first have to make this rectangular shade of paper into a pentagon shape. And this is how we do that. So we get out our ruler and we make a square of paper. So this is 8.5 across the top. So I need it to be 8.5 across the bottom as well. And mark 8.5 on both sides here. And draw a line across. And cut. So now we have a square of paper. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half. Get a good crease here. Now we're going to fold toward the top open parts. The open edge, we're going to fold the bottom left corner toward the open top edge, like so. And we're going to open the fold out again. And then we're going to fold the top left edge to the bottom closed corner. Get a good crease and then open it again. Now we're going to take the bottom right corner and fold it to the middle of the cross where those two folds, earlier folds, had met. You see a little middle X right there. And we'll fold this like so. And then we'll take this corner and fold it over to the edge on this far right side, like so. Now we will take this bottom left corner and fold up to this edge. Now we're going to turn the paper over so it looks like this. And we're going to fold it so that this part folds up like that, and you get a fold that looks like so. And our next step is to cut along this edge right here. And when we open this up, we should have a perfect pentagon. Now, what we do with this pentagon will make our origami 5-pointed star. So, what we're going to do is fold it in half, like so. And we're going to open it and we're going to fold it in half at every point. So, here's another point. We'll fold it in half again. Here's another point. We'll fold it in half again. Here's a point. Fold it in half. Didn't get it good. That's right. Here's another point. And we will fold in half. Here's a point, and fold in half. All right, and we did that. Now we are going to take this bottom half and fold it up to where these two, where this bottom corner points meet this line that goes from our folds. And we'll do that at each. We'll unfold it and repeat it all 5 sides. Alright, now we've done that, we're going to do the next step, which is fold the left end over. We'll have it pointed like this, so we fold the left end over, and then we fold this bottom end up, and as we fold it up, this corner here will jut out. You kind of finagle it to where it ends up looking like that. So you're using the folds that you had already used. So you fold that in, you fold this up, and you get an origami piece that looks like this. And we repeat that at every side. Fold that over, fold this up and out, fold this over, fold this up and out, fold this over, fold this up and out, over, out, over, up and out. Okay, now we've done that to all sides. Now we're going to do that at every angle until we get this bowl-like shape where all of our We start at one end where it folds out and over. We turn it over. We fold the other end. We fold the other end. We fold this end until we have all 5 ends pointing out. All right, and then we get a shape like this, where all of our ends are pointing up and out. And it'll start to look like a bowl. All right, and then you kind of work it until it flattens out to look like that. And then when you flip it over, it'll look like this. Now what you do is you take each point of the star and you fold it into the center, each corner into the center, all the way up to the middle of this point. And you fold that into the center dot. And you do that at every angle. Unfold, and then fold the next one in. And you do that for all 5 sides. All right. Now you refold all the 5 sides. Until you get something that looks like that. And there is your 5-pointed star. Now what you're going to do is you're going to paint it blue with your blue paint, which I have already done for you. And once your paint dries, you're going to glue it to the center of your wreath. And we're going to take our yarn and get a good length on it and thread it through our hole here. And tie it in a bow at the top. There we go. And there you have your 4th of July wreath, ready to hang on your window, under a covering, or your covered front door. I hope you've enjoyed this programming sample and I plan to check it out. Thank you.